was it when you after you had children or?
Yeah, because I didn't give a fuck before.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
it was
didn't
pretty
give a
much
fuck.
around when you started having kids.
It was about 14 years ago when I had Jason.
Okay.
Like,
all right, for me, I gotta keep it real. I gotta be honest. I never. It wasn't until very recent that I started taking interest in it. So, and as I began to take interest in it, I started learning a lot of things, and that's what's piquing more interest. So it's an important thing. And like she said, I have black children too, and it's important for us to know these things and be in the know. I like to say in the know.
I do agree.
So,
I'm sorry.
yeah, you can go ahead.
I do agree with what you say when you said it's important. You know what I'm saying, for you to know your rights and as you growing up, especially as African American men. However, I still feel that those rights change.
They do
overnight, depending on if you know the right people or So I really feel like that we have quote unquote rights on paper, but sometimes those same rights don't apply.
Right.
So
I agree. Break that down a little bit for me. When you say we have them on paper, but they don't always apply.
I feel like that. All right, they tell you the law, they tell you what to do or what not to do. All right, you do that. You live the right way, the righteous way, and then if it still messes up, they switch it on you.
Right.
As far as okay, no, this is legal. However, this may not be, and it's like, wait, how did this person get away with this? And
I can't.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like a different.
Oh yeah.
So
you're speaking of the systemic injustice,
right?
And yeah, I want to touch on that for sure later.
So
we're definitely going to touch on that.
That's what I feel like that. As far as like when you come down with rights,
like,
how many rights do we really have when these same rights supposed to apply to the a different race?
Yeah.
And then when it's all broken down and you in front of the judge and you stuck, you're like, wait a minute, I didn't even know all of this.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't know.
So maybe as we proceed into the show, I think we're going to cover some topics that might open some things up for you with that subject.
Right.
But go ahead, Tima.
Are we registered voters? And if we are,
we know you don't give a shit. So
are we registered voters? And if we are we voting in tomorrow's election, or have we voted already?
I am a registered Democrat. And I will be along with my son. I have two brown ones. About your color.
I'm mahogany.
I will.
Mahogany.
I have two
brown.
I have two mahogany sons, and one of them will be voting with me tomorrow. At a very early age, I taught him he feels the way you do too, as black gentleman.
Yeah.
That his rights are not necessarily always covered in what goes on in politics. But I always remind him of those who came before us and what they sacrificed for it.
I respect
That's
that.
a good point. Yeah.
I
like that.
It's important that you do it, even though you don't think so. There is relevance to it, and I think a lot of times we as African Americans don't delve into how much rights and how much power we really have in the election.
Yeah, I like that.
Margo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I will be voting, but at the end of the day, I really don't care, like I said, but I'm gonna vote because like people are just voting nowadays because they don't want certain people to win. Like a lot of people voted for Obama and they know what the fuck he stood for.
I agree with
what
that.
It was about. We're gonna vote for him because he's black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Absolutely.
You know
I agree with that 100%.
Let's vote for Obama because he's black. We don't like what's going on. And honestly, I'm gonna say this on your show, man.
Please say it, because we told the people they're gonna get it real.
He really didn't do much.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have a conversation
he didn't really do much for us.
You made me.
You had your go.
Wait. Let him finish.
You had your go.
Let him finish.
Listen,
you could curse, but you can't smoke.
Oh, okay. You had your go. I'm just saying,
I'm
gonna say, dude, he really didn't do a lot for us. We're gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely.
Medicaid.
But you took that rap for me because I was gonna be the devil's advocate at some point in the show today.
At the end of the day, I'm definitely gonna vote tomorrow. I'm a vote because I don't want Trump to win. I'm one of them people. I just don't want him to win.
Right.
But all actuality, he may win again.
Yeah.
He may win again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to that.
Yeah. All right. Doogie.
I'm a registered voter, but I ain't gonna. I'm saying I only voted because my mother said it.
Oh, you did already. You voted already.
Thank you, Auntie.
You didn't. Are you going to?
Maybe not. Maybe I don't know yet. Depending on how tomorrow.
Nigga, you got 1 day. What do you mean? Maybe not. You got 1 day, nigga.
He's like maybe next week. I'll think about it next week.
I'm not a liar.
I'm
I'm not a liar.
Yeah, you
know. 48 hours.
No, but guess what? We're gonna vote.
But listen, guess what? This is what this show is about today. It's about people like him. We may be able to sway you today, Doogie.
Right. We may be able to tell you.
Maybe.
Don't let no
Just
woman
maybe.
sway you. Don't let no woman sway you, dude. Don't let no woman sway you.
Maybe.
Don't let no woman sway you.
No, like I said, honestly, like I said, I respect that. However, you know what I'm saying? I'm still, like he said, I'm only voting for one person because I don't want the other person to win. Like,
Hello.
Got you.
But that's real and honest, and I appreciate
That's a fact.
that. You know, I appreciate the honesty. That's what we
yeah,
going
that's a
for.
fact.
I mean, for me, I'm gonna answer first, and I'll let you finish off with it, Tima. I actually voted today.
For the first time? Ever?
Never.
I'm just asking.
Come on. Of course, I voted for Obama.
Everybody voted. Everybody
Come on.
black had to vote for Obama.
My
That's a
president
fact.
is
That's a
black
fact.
and my Lambo is blue. Is all I'm going to
That's
say.
a fact.
But I actually did the drop off thing. I ain't gonna fry. I got too much shit to do during the day, but I made sure I put my voice in there. Right. I dropped my box off. I made my vote count. To be honest, I was talking to my man earlier, and he's like, "So who did you go for?" And and I told him, and we broke it down. I'm like, honestly, I could have drew straws out of a hat. Because that's where my confidence is at with both of them.
Exactly.
With both of these candidates. So,
that's a fact.
I just went with the favorable. That's what I did. I acted like an electoral person.
You
I
really
went with the
voting
favorable.
nowadays. I'm sorry. Nowadays, you really voting for the lesser evils. That's
Exactly.
it. That's all you doing.
That's what I did. But I guess we sit next to each other. We're gonna be the bad guys. Like we're gonna talk about Trump and what he really doing so bad. We'll figure it out. We'll get there.
I'm saying,
I said we might piss y'all off. So
I'm
fuck
saying
it.
you
We gonna
talk
piss y'all off.
Hey, Tima, before you listen. He's a Gemini, so I like him sometimes.
I'm a
Who,
Gemini.
Trump?
I'm a Gemini. We Gemini,
I'm a
so
Gemini.
we
like him. Is a Gemini?
Yeah,
him and crazy.
out here.
Him and
No.
crazy.
Okay.
I-
Okay.
Listen, he keep it funky like me. That's why I like him.
But
Like, fuck
Tima,
that. This is what I
we
feel
don't
like.
claim certain Geminis. Him and Kanye, we
We
don't
don't
fuck
fucking
with. We
claim
don't
them.
fuck with them. We don't claim
Y'all
them.
motherfuckers is crazy.
We don't claim them.
Now I know why this is crazy.
Hey, Nick.
You Gemini.
Hey,
You
Nick,
that nigga
we don't
Gemini.
claim them.
You're the cusp of
Right.
cancer. You're the cusp.
He on the borderline.
Right.
He on the border.
He borderline.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo,
wow.
he's borderline. Like he's borderline.
He don't know what sign he is.
But no, right? He don't know because something is wrong with him. Him and Kanye, something is definitely wrong with them.
But see, when you say you understand them and you get them, that's what made me think like, oh, okay, all Geminis stick together.
Dude,
Nah,
no.
fuck that.
I understand. We understand
Nah.
them, but we don't condone.
No, we don't condone that
We
shit.
understand,
They making
but
it
we don't
bad out
condone.
here.
I like
We
that.
understand,
I
but
like
we
that. I
don't
don't condone it.
Nah, we
That's
don't
why.
condone that
Right.
shit.
Yeah,
Right.
you can,
We
you can
understand like a
something,
motherfucker.
but that don't mean you are.
But we don't.
You how many?
Yeah.
You got Yeezys? Anybody got Yeezys?
I have none.
I don't. My son does
I have
though.
My son does. My son
does.
does too. And after a certain point in time, I stopped buying them. Like, right, because he saves his own money for them. So it's not like I put in on them, but I should not have allowed him to buy them. That's how I feel about it.
If he work hard for his money, he
But-
owe that to himself. If that's what he wants.
Right. So, but I do in fact have a pair. I didn't purchase them for myself, but I do in fact have a pair. So they're comfortable. I'm not even going.
I mean, but why not? So you
asked why. Like, why not? Why not?
I don't
get
have a pair
Yeezys?
because I think
Let me
they're
just-
ugly, but
I was gonna say, why not get a pair of Yeezys?
I just feel like that. If you can't, that's like you can't stand by. All right, I'm gonna fall back off Gucci and then rock Yeezy.
Right.
You just feel like that. Yay on the same level as
That's the
Trump.
point that I got.
Yeah, it's
That's
on
later.
right.
So hold on,
point for
dude. You don't got no Yeezy?
Never bought a pair.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, check out that nigga Instagram page. You gotta check out that nigga. He's lying. I just checked his Instagram when I got here. That nigga is lying. He's lying.
We got Gucci.
Yeah, he's
But
lying.
I haven't bought anything Gucci in a long time since that whole debacle of
The blackface.
the whole black.
But you wear the bag still.
No, because I paid for it.
Right.
Beforehand.
Okay, no, I'm just saying. I wear mine.
Tima, if you go boycott, you got to boycott all the way. Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. Don't wear it only on one day.
If you go by that context, we will be boycotting a lot of things. So we sometimes are very selective on what we boycott.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So
We
if
are,
you're
as
gonna
black
do that,
people, we
I
are,
did
definitely.
step back from Gucci until I saw the initiative that Dapper Dan did and
Right.
was able to get for Black inner city youth in Harlem.
Okay.
I said, as long as somebody is in there to show them the right way and benefiting our Black kids, I support. And yes, I just
No, she on her shit. She on her shit.
That's
Yo,
the
her
fact
shit.
checker today.
Mr.
That's one of our fact
We gonna call
checkers
Mrs.
today.
Google. Mrs. Google.
So, all right.
Moving
So
right
for
in.
me,
Okay, go ahead.
for me, yes, I am a registered voter. I already voted. And I feel like that people died, so we didn't have to sit on the back of the bus no more. And for our rights, and we should pay homage to them by voting, because at one point in time, and it looks like it's coming back. If fucking Trump gets back into
For
office,
all
it looks
you
like
Trump
it's coming back.
lovers, I'm gonna show you why.
It looks
you
like
shouldn't.
it's coming back. It looks like slavery is trying to be reinvent it.
They wouldn't be able to do that shit.
I'm gonna tell you.
Not me. You got to kill my ass.
Nigga, give me some.
But that's what they will do.
Yeah, kill me.
I am not picking cotton. I am not picking cotton in these J's. That niggas is bugging. Not in these Jordans. I'm not picking no cotton in these Jordans.
When people speak of, if there have been so many rights overturned already within Trump's administration, so when people speak of they're not going to vote because they don't want to vote for Biden because they don't know what he stands for, or you voting for the lesser of two evils.
Right.
I don't want to be a slave again.
Mm-hmm.
When was you
Let me tell you something.
When was you a slave? Nigga, I knew you for a couple of years. What the fuck you? When was you a slave?
My people were a slave.
Okay.
They were oppressed.
Okay, then say that.
I don't want to be in that situation. I do not want to be in that situation. I don't want my kids in that situation.
Right.
So he's overturning.
You know you'd be a house nigga though.
Yeah, no, I definitely
good if you was.
I'm definitely a house nigga.
And my son, that light skinned one, will definitely be a house nigga. You raise your best up.
Oh shit.
But I don't want to be, and I don't want my kids. He's trying to overturn everything, and at the end of the day, if he overturns it, we are going to be those people again.
Right.
Okay.
No matter which way you look at it.
Hey, listen, we respect everybody's opinion here and everybody's thought.
TIMA 90% brought me on the show because at work, we work together.
Mm-hmm.
She'll tell you.
You sell drugs too?
I'm light on it. I'm light on it. Don't tell my secrets.
TIMA moving weight. I don't know what you're doing.
But in our day job,
That's cheap. That's rockabye, baby.
Right.
She'll tell you that she hears you come in my office and you hear nothing but power.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
It's what's going on right now.
When she asked me to come on the show, I was like, TIMA, I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Miss Google.
Yeah, but you pay attention. Yeah.
If nothing comes, there are 3 points I want to stress about those who are straddling the fence that says it's the lesser of the two.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we got a call coming in.
That better not be my baby mother. I swear to God, that better not be my baby.
Hello, caller. What's your name and where you calling from? You on with Unjustly Justified?
My name's Ashley. I'm somewhere nearby.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Okay.
So with everybody who's against Trump and, picking a lesser of two evils and deciding to go with Biden, with all the, proposed riots that are going to be happening, violence that people are saying if Trump doesn't win, that there's going to be all these attacks on minorities, has anybody found out whether Biden has a plan to, kind of compress this?
Oh, that's a very intellectual goddamn question.
She wrote that down.
Thank you for calling.
You sound sexy as hell, Ashley.
I don't know. Do you want
Biden
to?
doesn't have to. He's not president.
No, but she's saying, does anybody know?
He did speak about what he would do. I just want to say that this whole thing about violence is a scare tactics. It was not new. They did it back to us in 64 and 63 when we marched for those civil rights. They're just doing it now. That's not a reason for you to turn away from the vote. We are vigilant people. And what I do know is when you tell a black woman or man what they can't do, it'll cause the opposite effect. But he did speak to contingency plans on what he would do if there was an uprising. He first said, stay calm and just be diligent. It's nothing It's nothing you can do until the action happens. I personally think that you're creating an issue that's not there yet with all these stores boarding up and everybody. I had to talk to Shatima.
Yeah, because my mother told me today they boarded up Fordham Road.
But that's
They
what they
boarded up
want
Fordham
you
Road.
to do. That's what they want you to do. They want you to be afraid. They want you not to come out and vote. And it harkens back to those before us. If John Lewis was scared to go across the Pegasus Bridge, we wouldn't have civil rights right now.
Okay.
Martin Luther King was afraid to march into Alabama.
That's right.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
If the Little Rock Nine was afraid to walk into a school, we would still be in segregated schools.
Yeah.
So the thing is to not let them intimidate you.
Right.
Anything that's going to happen is really not up to Biden. It's for the city and state officials to make sure that their cities are safe.
Okay.
So that's the first thing. When he's in office, then we have to hold him to making sure that our rights are respected and heard.
Okay. Well, thank you, caller. Thank you for that question. Very good, very good. So I want to kind of jump into this real quick because this is really what we wanted to get into real heavy. I know for me, like I said, I just recently started learning about this process. I've been watching the election on election day and, seeing one person way up ahead and then all of a sudden the other person won. So I want to start this off with the guys. Do any of you actually know
any of you.
Any of you two?
That's true.
Do any of you two know how the election really works? How the presidential election really works?
Do we go? No, I have no idea.
No, but that's the general. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. So this is why we wanted to do this also. But hold on, because you passed it.
Yeah,
you passed the mic. Do you know how the presidential election works? No. So I'm glad we are.
Don't do that. What's this shit? I like when y'all women do this. Don't do that to him. Don't do that to him. That means you trying to check him.
That means we got a point. We know.
You trying to check him. Don't check him.
Nah, she said exactly.
We don't know. That's what I mean. I never knew what that shit mean.
No, that's exactly.
Now
that's exactly. Okay, so Yvette, Miss Yvette,
So
I'm
when
gonna follow up with
how
you.
The elections work. Do you mean what goes?
Meaning how were they selected? What goes into it and how
so
were they
you have
selected?
The primary, and anyone can run in the primary.
That's what Kanye tried to do.
That's what Kanye tried to do.
Right.
And
failed miserably.
You go through debates.
Really, how they're selected? How were they? How do they win?
On the Democratic and the Republic, there's a convention. At that time, elections are held. A vote is held, and those who have the most points, the most cities are there.
Give me 1 second, Yvette. Go ahead.
Hi, you're on the air with Unjustly Justified Talk with TIMA and MIKA.
This is Gary calling in.
Hi, Gary.
Can we get it right on time, Gary? Can we get it right on time?
Perfect timing, my guy.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know who Gary is. So Gary is part of another show, another podcast called The Real Discussion with Rock Logic that Tima and I also sit on as a fourth co-host on Friday night.
So both of y'all is the fourth co-host?
Yes. Unjustly Justified. We a unit. So Gary is one of our co-hosts, and this gentleman is very intelligent, and he's calling in to give us his insight. So Gary, I think you kind of know where I'm going with that question. As far as how the presidential election works, how is it different from the mayoral and all that other stuff? How is the process that puts them in office, that they are chosen as president?
So with the presidential election, how it works is by way of the Electoral College.
Yeah, that's what we were getting at.
The Electoral College has a history that goes back to slavery. And that was because the plantation owners and the land owners basically wanted to keep a lot of the control.
Right. And I want to interject a little bit, just so that way my people know. I want to break it down a little more in layman terms, because I didn't know. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I thought the Electoral College was a goddamn college, right? But it ain't.
Give me mine.
So it's not really a college. Go, Gary.
Back to you, G.
Back to you, G.
So basically the Electoral College it's rooted in slavery and racist origins, and it's just a way for the plantation owners and the landowners from in the South to kind of hold on to power.
Right.
Throughout the years.
And they were chosen by the Constitution, right?
They started.
Well, it was, it was something that was, it wasn't put in the Constitution in the beginning. But since then, I mean, there were a couple of times that they tried to abolish the Electoral College.
Right.
But the thing is now, or in our day and time, that's what determines the presidency. Like, so
right.
From the mayor, governor, your state official, your city official, your Congress people, everybody wins by the popular vote.
Right, right. Except for the presidential election.
Except for the presidency.
Right.
The presidency is actually decided by the Electoral College.
Exactly. But now I want you to just so we can move along, Gary, I want you to get into how the states come into play with how many votes they get and how our favorable votes actually help this out.
Well, when we're voting, see, there's sort of a misconception. So on November 3rd, when we normally vote, or even the last couple of days we've been voting, we vote for the electors of our state. And so on the ballot, we see Joe Biden, Donald Trump, so if it's a Democrat, which obviously is Joe Biden, we fill in his name, and that vote will go to the electors of the state.
Mm-hmm.
So some states, some states, if some states may not. So if Joe Biden, let's say, gets the popular vote in that state, or he wins that state,
the favorable, meaning us.
The electors of that state may say, well, you know what, fuck it, we'll just vote for Donald Trump.
They're supposed to go with. They're supposed to go with.
So in red states, so that's sort of an issue in some of the red states. There've been some federal cases where that has been brought up to the Supreme Court and it's kind of been thrown out.
Where they go against.
So for the most part, when we vote, whoever wins the popular vote in that state. So if Donald Trump wins the popular vote in New York City, then the electors is supposed to vote for him. So when you on election night, when you see the map on CNN or Fox or MSNBC, whichever one you watch, and you see the numbers on the state. For example, California has 55 electoral votes.
Right.
And that's normally a blue state.
Right. Okay.
So if the Republicans, if Trump wins California,
that's the majority of them.
Right.
Okay.
So that state's going to turn red.
Right. Well, Gary, thank you. I want to bring it back to the room, but I definitely appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, Gary.
And setting it off. No, Gary knows.
Gary
knows.
Gary with the Hillman. He with the Hillman.
Because we kind of cut my girly vet off, so we want to let her pick up because that's where the direction that I wanted to go in. So he did perfect, right? Thank you so much, Gary. Right? You guys got a little more knowledge.
All right, Gary. Okay, bye.
Gary, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you so much.
See you Friday, Gary.
Just to add on, I also found out that the electoral votes for each state they change, and it goes by the census. You know, when we do the census, that census where these people is coming around trying to figure out, knocking at my damn door, trying to figure out the population of the state. Trying to figure that out. That determines the population. The population is what determines how many electoral votes that state gets. So why it's important is because our favorable votes, they're supposed to go with what we choose. The electoral is supposed to go with what we choose.
Right.
She just said she had no knowledge.
Everyone said that
shit.
they were upset now. Trump lost the popular vote.
Right.
He won the electoral vote.
Right.
That was the decision.
Which means obviously somebody went against that, right?
No, it
what
means
you think?
that nobody voted. So this is
that.
What counts.
Bingo.
Which was our
When we get a clap out for her comment just there, that means nobody voted. If we come out and vote, the favorable votes will be thicker, heavier, and they'll go with us.
You niggas ain't slick. Y'all Googled that shit before y'all got here. I ain't fooling no fucking body.
I just recently paid attention, but I paid attention.
Okay. I got Fire Stick. I ain't got regular TV.
So that's why, do you want to add anything to that, TIMA?
So I think that
I don't watch news.
So our next question is, why do our votes count? Our votes count because they try to suppress them, because of what we just said. But they try to suppress our votes so much because we are the we are the majority, not the minority. We are the majority. So if you know that we are the trendsetters in life. I don't care what you say.
Who's us?
I'm talking about black people.
Okay, but your son is like over here.
My son is a trendsetter all by himself.
He's pale.
Yo, we gonna kill him with them Phillies.
Hey, dude, no disrespect. He hasn't come into his colors yet. So
it's all right. We go on vacation. We go tan.
Leave him in the sun.
We tan a lot.
You know, we tan a lot. His Maui color was definitely popping. His Maui color was definitely popping. So we, as African Americans, everything that we do, they try to impersonate. The biggest form of flattery is what?
Intimidate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my thing is that if we vote, if we don't vote,
They worked on that in the house together. They family. they piggybacking and shit. We got piggyback. We got piggyback. Yeah, Dominican citizens, you got piggyback.
if we don't vote, we are not heard. We are not heard.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's a fact.
Everybody who says my vote don't count, oh, I'm not doing it or whatever, at the end of the day, what we're saying is that it does count. You know, when the larger number of us that come out and have our voice be heard is the better chance of the electoral vote going our way.
I got a question.
Sure.
I got a question.
Sure.
And this is a question directly towards all the brothers that I know that's, you know, up north and upstate. When you finally come on from corrections, right? Corrections facility or the imprisonment.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not on legal documents for parole and probation, can you vote, or how long do you have to wait?
I think you can
until
even
vote?
do it now. I think they changed that it was 7
It
years.
was 7 years. So that's one of the things Barack did.
You're not gonna do that. Don't do that.
No, she's
Don't do
definitely
that. You're not doing that.
I'm just
You're not doing
I'm
that.
just gonna touch on
Patty.
a few things.
Patty.
Barack did.
We doing that?
Wait, let her.
Biden did.
Miss Yvette, please. Go ahead.
Two things happened.
Oh,
want
she
you to
said
remember
two,
this.
not just one.
If you don't think that our votes matter, look at the measures that Trump is going through to suppress it. He just tried in the state of Texas to get 150,000 votes, mail-in ballots, thrown out in Texas. And you know why? Because typically mail-in ballots and early voters lean Democrat. And in every state, he is trying to stop the vote. He's using.
So how do we know that he tried to do that? Was something that was on the news?
That was something that was on the news. Texas pushed back. They went to the Supreme Court, and today, the Supreme Court in the state of Texas said no, that they had to count them.
And that's just something that I want to touch on. Like, if that's not my fault, if that's not legal, and they're allowing him to do this, it really doesn't really like that's what I'm saying.
But they're not allowing him to do it.
It
got
allowing
overturned.
us to do it, and this is why we have to pay attention. TIMA knows I preach this all day. The election that all Black people typically go to is the presidential election.
Right.
Barack Obama said something
glad you're
very
bringing that up.
interesting today is that presidents don't make laws for the state.
That's right. I'm
They
glad
make
you're bringing
laws
that up.
for the country, right? Where we need to pay attention
Mhm.
is down ballot off presidential elections when they're voting for state judges and city council and judges. What happened with Barack Obama's term was
Wait a minute.
Barack Obama was blocked from putting in 157 judges in the lower courts.
Right.
So why wasn't none of this, Miss Yvette, why wasn't none of this publicized?
It
Why-
was very public.
It is. We just don't bother to find out. We don't bother to learn.
What's coming out.
I got one second.
And I have fire stick. It has news. It has news on the fire stick.
The only brothers up there. You're not gonna do
No,
that. Not doing that, baby.
Did you get fire stick 1 or you?
I got the 2 with Sarah. I got the chick on it. The
Because
chick.
The chip has the news. I'll
Yeah.
show you how to get the
I got
app.
her.
But what happened was because we only pay attention to the presidential election, we don't pay attention to the mayoral elections and the what they call
That's right.
down ballot
That's right.
elections.
If you
And
notice,
that's what judges were so quietly.
right.
Trump was allowed to put 157 conservative judges on the lower courts.
Right.
So to your answer, how did they do it? He
Seriously.
put a bunch of Republican these are life-term jobs. They don't get fired. They die or retire.
Right.
So when you have lower courts and they're all conservative judges, they're quietly rolling back. When it went to what is Trump doing, well, Trump's judges did away with some of our civil rights.
Right.
And our rights to vote.
Right.
Trump's judge that he just put into he seated last week that they swore in is sitting there waiting to roll back affordable health care that will adversely affect 20 million, mostly minorities, from health insurance.
That's in the negative way.
Yes.
That's why he put him there. What they did was they blocked Barack Obama for putting a judge in the Supreme Court.
Always blocking the nigga.
And then the next year they did what they told him he couldn't do.
Right.
So right now the Supreme Court is 6-3 Republican.
Right.
And
So-
all of the lower courts
Right.
are Republicans.
So
that's how they do
basically,
it.
basically, you saying, Miss Yvette, vote down the card.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna say no. She did it twice. She called you Miss. She called you Miss like 5 times.
We gave everybody a
She
title.
said hello.
That is already bad.
Yvette, next.
Hey, girl.
Yvette, the next was coming, ma'am.
Hold on. Listen, Miss Yvette is giving facts. So if you want to be Yvette, that's fine. Yvette. So back to what I was saying. Vote down the card is what she's saying.
Don't just check.
Don't just worry about the president.
Go to who your district leader is. Go to your city board election.
Learn about these.
In your state, because the president makes laws for the country.
Right.
Everybody screams about what Barack did, and Barack did what he could do in his first term.
Right.
Because the next election, the Senate was all Republican, and they vetoed and filibustered every law he tried. But he did get some through.
Two things I want to say.
Don't do that. Hold
on. No. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, we don't even have enough time for that. Listen. The two things that I wanted to throw out there is we're not trying to sway anybody's vote. These are her opinions. What we are trying to do is get you to vote.
I don't care who
Speak your piece. That's it. Make your voice heard. And so I want to throw that out there first. The second thing I want to highlight that she was discussing was vote down the card. If you think back to when the pandemic first hit and CNN was on all day, I know I was glued to the news. I didn't watch anything else for probably 30 days. So at the end of the day, it was, I live in Jersey. So it was Murphy all day, and he made the calls. He told us if we was going outside. He told us if things were closing down. So they do make the immediate. And you guys were watching Cuomo, right?
That's our king. No, I'm only kidding.
So listen, Cuomo for president. I like Cuomo, but I'm just saying, you guys were watching them. That's who we were getting our
information from.
Free condoms from. We got free. He gave out
from.
He got free condoms. He gave out free condoms on 2/5. I was there because I was Cuomo. It was Cuomo. It was Cuomo.
Well, that's an important reason.
Damn sure. Yeah. You know, I got 2 kids, 3 baby mamas. 2 kids, 3 baby mamas. That's crazy.
But that's the reason why we have to pay attention. And I know because my son is very. He's very militant sometimes, and I had to explain to him is that you take the good with the bad. No president is going to be perfect. Okay. Barack did do a lot of things as to prison reform. You spoke to that.
Right.
A lot of the things that Trump gets credit for, he didn't really release anybody. He did 40 people, and 30 of them was his crooked friends.
I ain't gonna lie.
So he didn't release that. No, yes he did. Didn't he get that lady out?
No, listen to what I said.
The lady with Kim Kardashian?
He did.
Okay, hold on. One at a time.
More than 40 people.
Talk about
he was
30 of them were his crooked friends. What Barack did when he came in to reduce it, he released 38,000 people from prison because they realized that mandatory 15, which was a Rockefeller law, was unjust. 38,000 he released. That was under him.
Hey, he let my uncle out.
All right, that's Yvette's truth right there. I'm not going on the record with that because I thought he let that lady out that was with Kim Kardashian and a few other people.
The number of people that Trump let out versus what Barack Obama did.
Right. Why do you think it wasn't publicized? Why do you think it wasn't publicized? Because we didn't know about it.
It was publicized.
I didn't know.
It was publicized.
But a lot of things don't pay attention to it.
There's a lot of things.
No, people got fire stick and don't got cable.
The HBCUs that everybody touts that Trump did. There's a fun fact. That was Kamala Harris's bill.
Yeah, it was.
Hello.
All he did was pass it. And then he belittled all the presidents from the HBCUs to do it.
Right.
Okay. Right. The taxes. So there's a lot of things that Barack did that nobody paid attention because everybody wanted him to do everything for Black people. He wasn't a Black president. He was the president of the United States that happened to be Black.
Okay.
Outside.
I go outside all the
time. Yo, so I'm glad that we was able to touch on that and the consensus here is go vote, guys, right? Right.
Yeah.
Go vote. Make sure you go vote. Make sure you go vote. It's important. It's important.
Wait, one second.
Just vote for the president. Vote down the line. Do your research.
MIKA TIMA, I want to point something out.
All right, before we jump off of this, go ahead.
I don't like how she just said, look at our shirts. I'm the only one that got a dead president t-shirt on. You niggas got all these fancy colors and shit. Hey, Doogie. I don't like. They hit me on the email last night. My fault. I had to. I had this on for Halloween, so I'm just wearing it again.
We gotta get.
I don't
Tima, we gotta
understand.
get Roy a
I don't-
shirt. We gotta get Roy a
Roy,
shirt.
And Tima owe me
Thank you
money.
for
She
my
could have.
shirt. Thank you. I appreciate my
I
shirt.
want my money. It's the principle.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mo was there. Mo was there. Mo, she owe me a fucking dollar. I want all nickels. I want all nickels. I want my money.
Oh my God.
50 nickels. Give me my money.
No,
So,
I'm sorry, baby. So at the end of the day, all we want you to do is vote. I don't care who you vote for, but silently I do. Like silently I do. I don't give a fuck. Silently
Get
I
in
do
it.
care
Get
who you
involved.
vote for. Fuck that. But I do want you to vote. I don't
Get
want you to
involved.
think that your vote don't count because it absolutely does count. It
Mhm.
absolutely
Vote
does
like your
count.
life depended on it, because it really does.
It really
yeah,
does.
yeah.
We are fucked.
I don't know what you're
Because
talking about.
the Senate has 157 conservative. No, how many?
157
Conservative
conservative
judges.
judges on the
We're
lower
fucked.
court.
We're fucked.
And that's going into what we're getting ready to jump into next, because that has to do with the systemic injustice, correct? And when we want things overturned, and when we want to, like we're fighting for things like Breonna Taylor, justice for her. So getting into that. So we've been dealing with the systemic injustice for years with cases like Rodney King, Abdul Wima, just to name a few.
Hi, Kevin.
So in
OJ.
regards to
This guy.
I fuck with OJ.
so
fuck
in
with OJ.
regards to
He got
George,
away with it.
OJ, the only nigga that got
One
away
second,
with it.
guys, let me get this out. In regards to
OJ.
George Floyd, why do you think the world took action the way they did this time? Because it was different. Can we all admit that it was different?
definitely
this
different.
time?
I agree, definitely. That's a
Right?
fact.
They
So go
choked a
ahead,
lot of niggas, I
Doogie,
don't know.
take that one first. Why do you think the world responded the way they did this time?
I feel like it was at a different point in time. Like it was a lot that wasn't going on that could have been going on.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like sports was at a whole all-time high. You had people paying attention to the news more. So being the fact that a lot of people was like, all right, me personally, I said, all right, basketball is not on.
Okay.
Oh wow, like this black man got killed.
Mm-hmm.
However, don't get me wrong, I still felt the same way about, like you said, other black men that's been killed by the police.
Right, because we've been dealing with this, right?
Yeah, that's a fact. It's been something that's been going on since before I was born. So
How old are you, nigga?
like,
You at least 40. Nigga.
gotta get a
We
timeout.
talking about my fucking cousin.
Okay, so why do you think, Roy, why do you think the world reacted and responded so differently this time?
Because it's happening too consistently. It's been happening boom, boom,
Good
boom,
answer.
boom, boom.
Mhm.
Like, look, big shout out to the NBA. All
Okay.
the professional
Yes,
sports,
yes,
they
yes.
finally took a stand. Even though it took Colin Kaepernick to
Mhm.
lead it and to get banned from the NFL,
We're gonna
but
talk
he
about
started that trend. I'm talking. He
Mhm.
started the trend, and then everybody followed suit. So that's why it's been happening so repetitively.
Mhm.
That's why they all jumped on board. That's what
But wasn't that before George? Way before.
way
George?
before the
No,
way.
that was way
No,
before.
somebody had got
He
killed.
started it.
He started it. He started it.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
George Floyd. He started with the what's his name?
Yes,
Brooklyn.
yes, the one who got choked.
Gardner. He
Yeah,
started with Gardner.
Eric
And then it started happening repetitively.
Okay,
Boom, boom,
okay,
boom. So that's why everybody.
So you think that's a good
It's a domino effect, like, boom,
yeah,
boom,
that's a good notice right
I
there.
think
So
for me it was because we had to sit still.
That's
Mhm.
what
We
I
were
mean.
coming under the pandemic, so he was correct. And this
There's a
to
lot-
You agree with
me-
me? You agree with me?
no,
Yes,
she agrees with
no,
Doogie.
with-
Oh my bad. I thought it was the chicken pox.
So,
It's
and
cute.
the fact that for me, George Floyd was the Emmett Till of our time.
Boom, boom.
And the reason
Yeah,
why Emmett
yeah.
Till was so important is because Emmett Till's mother made sure that
That we
his
knew.
casket stayed
Stay open, yes.
and the news media covered it live, and that was a shock.
Okay,
And for white people to be home
right,
and sit and watch a man choke to death for 8
Right.
minutes,
right.
46 seconds.
Yes, absolutely.
It was a shock, and that's why George Floyd. It happened before, and we
Right,
were shocked.
right,
with Eric Gardner,
right.
we were shocked
Yeah,
with the gentleman from North Carolina that they
Yeah.
chased him down
Yeah.
and shot him. But for us in living color to watch,
that's right.
this man sit on his neck while he screamed for his mother.
For his mom.
That shock that caused the conversation.
And you know what?
The young people behind us,
Mhm.
they're not us. And
They not us.
Yo,
Right.
They not us.
You gotta adopt me. You want a 40-year-old? You want a 40-year-old? Because you gotta no, hell no.
So, did anybody participate in any protest?
I did.
Yes,
I did.
yes, I
I
did.
did.
You did.
I was in
I
Newark.
did.
Newark.
We did.
We
Newark.
did. I
yeah.
participated in a couple.
You know-
I made sure that my oldest son was there for a couple. The baby too. We went to DC and we went to the Black Lives Matter site. We went to a protest in Jersey. I need
came with us.
because the generation behind us
Right.
is not us. They're a lot more in tune with what's going on today.
Mm-hmm.
Because the child that led the protest in Jersey,
Right.
Yeah, that was my son's
17,
friend.
He
Mhm.
was about 17, 18 years
Yeah.
old.
My son's friend. Yeah, he
led
actually.
that whole protest. He
Yeah.
set it up. He did everything.
I
protested
in Newark. Right?
Okay.
Excuse me. I protested in Newark, and I didn't even understand the magnitude of the protest. I just went because my family asked me to come. As I'm there, MIKA,
yes.
They did the protest and they asked everyone to kneel on one knee for as long as he
we did that.
Yo, my nigga, that's
I was gonna
fucking
say
knee.
that.
That's the longest knee.
Yes,
that's the longest knee I ever took.
That's a fact.
So
That's a fact.
So look. My thing is like on that, touching on that, you gotta understand how hard it was for you to knee. Just imagine a man being choked.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, because we
So it's
shifted.
like-
How many times we
Oh
shifted?
no, I stood up. I'm
We
sorry.
went from here.
You got
I was
up.
on my butt.
I
Like,
look-
Your arthritis started kicking in.
Yeah,
You was
yeah.
like, oh shit, I'm over 30.
No, Doogie, you know I'm used to it. I live big bitches, so I like big bitches. But my knees got started giving out.
Go to the corner.
I'm telling you the truth.
He's putting it out
I'm putting it
there.
out
I
there.
respect that. I respect that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
I like big bitches. So when I was on my knee, I said, "This is nothing. I've done this every day." Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not doing no manual
Yeah,
labor.
no, but you know what?
Nah, I'm all right.
You know what? You know what though? In all actuality, that was what really did it for me too.
Yeah.
Actually kneeling down. First of all, it was a wonderful experience, and I was so blessed and so grateful that I was able to be a part of that with my son. And to top it off, his young friend, and this is the guy who he hangs with, actually took the initiative to do something like that. So it was a win-win all around the board for me. You know, it was a sad situation, but actually kneeling down for that long, it was just like it was just like unbelievable. And I think that that's what really hit everybody.
I think for me, what overwhelmed me was the colors of people.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
passion for
White
We all
people
came
were
together.
frontline and
Right.
center.
White people were more angry.
That's right.
And you had,
That's right.
sometimes you got that discussions open
Yeah.
up, and
Yeah.
it's uncomfortable for them.
Yeah,
But it was just amazing to see
yeah.
that everybody got what we were going through, and everybody understood.
That's
it.
right.
So
The white
I
people.
definitely. I'm sorry. I feel like everybody understood because they saw it, but everybody don't feel it. So it's a difference.
When
like,
you out there and
yeah, when you out there, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. When you racially profiled and you arrested, or you know what I'm saying, when you know like, nah, this shit is wrong, what they doing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, all right, I could have been that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a difference, like you said, when they mixed and they speak on it and they say, all right, yo, you know what, like, damn, like, I kind of feel his pain. Sometimes
right.
it's like, so 50-50 you do.
Right.
yeah,
To
but I
me-
think it opened up a lot of uncomfortable discussions that we
It
needed
did.
to have.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a
And there
fact.
was quite a few that took ownership that
That's right.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
I'm wrong. We were wrong.
Yeah.
We were wrong.
And they
to do
understood.
that.
They understood
Yeah.
a little bit more. And actually, we got a lot of free shit because I was at the restaurant. I was like, brother,
my
bro,
God.
look, I'm sorry. The bill is on me. Don't worry about it. I got it. Go ahead. Just go.
Wait, how many
go.
of us? How many
Like-
of us have white friends who actually opened their mouth?
You mean
yeah.
sex? Like verbal, like oral sex?
My
Wait.
girlfriend's black.
Oh, hold on, wait. Oral sex?
They were vocal.
Not like oral sex, Roy.
Oh.
What is wrong with it?
A lot of white people open their mouth.
Don't
That's
give him no
oral.
more patrol. He talking about big women.
That's
now.
oral. Hey, Doogie, you judging, nigga. You judging.
No, I'm
You're
not.
judging.
No, I'm not. Don't keep no more of them cigarettes.
But
Listen,
I actually have some, Caucasian friends that stood alongside. They weren't silent about it. They weren't, they were actually vocal about it. So that was a great thing.
You don't live in the
So-
projects no more. You live in Jersey. Fuck out of here. Like nobody.
Whatever.
Your neighbors, hey, Mick, hey, how you doing? They cutting lawn and shit. Nobody. We live in the project.
Don't be mad at me because I got out.
You can't do that. What part of Jersey you in?
Elmwood Park.
Oh God, I never heard of that shit before.
We on live. Y'all know
Elwood
that, right?
Park.
Yeah. I don't worry about know where I live.
Yeah, oh, you been put out there.
No, I thought you were gonna say Newark.
Don't say Newark or Patterson.
I thought you were gonna say Newark or Jersey.
You should
City.
stay in the Bronx.
Oh,
If you,
right around the corner.
if you move to Newark or Patterson, you should stay your ass in the Bronx. Straight like that.
I don't trust me. I don't live there. You was right first when you
got
said
a
it. They're
fireplace?
mowing lawns and
You got a
shit.
fireplace?
I got enough shit.
I want to come over.
Let's talk about
No, not in
Nigga
my
said
town.
sex and
Not in my town.
Let's talk about this because I feel like they were loud and wrong.
Who's this?
I'm getting there.
Let's talk about Kanye West, 50 Cent, and Ice Cube. No,
You got you got all the niggas on there. Ain't no black white people on there. You got you gonna shoot us down.
Go ahead.
So, how do you feel about Kanye West, 50 Cent, and Ice Cube?
Go on, Doogie. Go on, Doogie.
I've honestly
Name them first, and then.
All right, honestly,
and Lil Wayne. I'm sorry.
Oh damn.
I feel like that. I'm saying Lil Wayne made his interview years ago. You know what I'm saying? He placed that into play to where that's the way he felt. So, like, I'm not mad about the way black people feel about whatever Trump is, because you got to understand, at the end of the day, before Trump was president, he was a lot of their friends.
Yeah.
Especially these rich, black, successful rappers that was millionaires.
Right.
Like, every black successful man wanted to stay in a Trump tower. So you know what I'm saying? So sooner or later, like, they had to cross paths. You know, like, money brings money into the situation. So if you're a millionaire, you say, like, all right, I have this, and then, you know, like, Trump, you could fall into line with Trump, like, he's going to keep that money going. So I feel, honestly, like I said, like, a lot of these, they want to stay rich. They want to stay with their bread. And I'm not mad at them for feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? This is their opinion. However, I just feel like that it's just, you have to look into everything that Trump may feel. And then you can't call Bush, a president that came before him, a racist,
right?
And then say that you vouch for Trump.
Right?
Now, that's just something I don't understand.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's like the same.
That's like Doogie, that's like the Ku Klux Klan and the white supremacists.
Right.
Same
exactly.
shit.
The same artists, like, the two of the artists that she just named Lil Wayne and Kanye West. They are both two successful black artists, geniuses that people quote them, but they call Bush a racist. But yet, instead you see them standing next to Trump. So it's like, all right. So maybe maybe Bush just wasn't convenient for you to fall into play with. Maybe like now, as you get older, you start to understand, like, all right, you know what? It's just not all about black leaders. This is about politics now. It's not about money.
Right.
I gotta keep my bread.
Right.
So it's like,
so maybe they're believing in Trump's plan.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. Then stay there. Don't then come out and speak like you're speaking for all black people.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm talking about Ice Cube.
In general.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Ice Cube never comes out and speak about anything. The reason why Ice Cube wants this plan is because he has an ulterior motive. And
what do you think that is? TIMA, what do you think that is?
It's something to do with his 3-on-3 conference.
I don't know what
he has
that
an
is.
ulterior motive.
But vet, he's also a nigga for life.
No.
Right? This is what he
That's what he said.
Exactly. Exactly. So
you didn't see Ice Cube at all, and then once he came with a turban, and now he's already for everything.
No, you can't really say that.
No, I'm gonna say I might disagree with that.
If you follow entertainment, Ice Cube has been relevant for years.
Years.
I'm talking about from Friday
Absolutely.
until now. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily want to say it's because of the big three, because this is something that he has going for himself. I feel like that maybe this may be something in the long run, or maybe this may be something to put him into power. I don't know what exactly.
But do you guys know what he? But he has an ulterior motive.
No.
Do you?
But why would he have a time out? Give me 1 second. Why would we think that it's an ulterior motive when he's already an African American with a platform? Do we know what his plan was that he brought to them?
Okay.
Or what was the issue was?
Can I just say one thing? So my thing is, Ice Cube has been saying "fuck the police" for the last 30 years.
87.
Since
30
87.
Years. Fuck the police.
It's a fact.
Fuck the cops. Everything. Right? You go to Biden.
Fuck the cops.
Yeah, fuck the cops. Fuck them. Everybody. Cops, police, the same people.
Right.
So he goes with a plan, a 1-page plan, because everybody keeps saying it's this big plan.
But do you know what is in the plan?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
So you go to Biden, who is not the president of the United States as of yet, hopefully, right? With this plan, he can't do anything about it because guess what? He's not the goddamn president of the United States.
Oh, Clint,
but he can incorporate it in his plan.
No, wait,
no, hold on. I just want to say something. 2 days ago, he said he didn't go to Biden because it didn't make sense.
He went to the Democratic Party.
He didn't go to anybody. He said in an interview with, I believe, Claudia Jordan or Hot 97, that he did not go to the Democratic at all because it was a waste of time. He thought it was a waste of time and it wouldn't be productive.
I don't know about that because I read another article.
We gotta Google that.
Her
facts is on point. We need a fact check on that.
Google it and check CNN.
CNN be lying.
He actually did an interview like yesterday, and they called them out for it. And said, wait a minute, first you said that the Democrats were non-responsive.
Right.
Now you're saying that you didn't even go to them. And he said, well, I didn't go because it wouldn't have been productive. Which would make sense had he said it in the first place, because the Democrats couldn't do anything until they were in office.
Thank you.
They cannot allocate money if they're not there to do it. So he should have said it, which is what in turn made people go after him even more. Yesterday.
But now, and I'm just being devil's advocate here for Biden, him being the presidential elect, right? Like, you know, the candidate running for it, they have a proposed plan, even though they're not in the presidential seat already. They have a proposed plan.
But what?
So from what I thought, he
did not go.
Went to the but this is all up until today. We just even you heard this yesterday. But I read an article that said he went to both parties exactly with the plan.
Yesterday somebody called him on it, and it was like
because it was fake news.
Hold the fuck up. Somebody, wait, let me get a minute. It was fake news. Hey, Doogie, let me get a fucking minute. Can I get a minute? Because this one, hey, TIMA. You can't go against her because she's fucking Google everything. You Google today. She's been following this shit since she was in college. You can't win. She's
high school.
She had no friends in high school. She all shit.
I have a lot of friends.
She studied the politics in high school. Listen,
don't go there, boy. I got a lot of friends.
You can't win right now.
I got a lot of friends.
Rocky, you can't win, Rocky.
I can walk and chew gum.
Oh shit! Okay. You got 2 left feet too.
That's right. And I got the news station on my phone.
So I have
shoot it.
I gotta bring it back for a second. So my question is because, and I'm gonna answer the question at the same time as I asked it. But my question is that were you offended by the looting and the protests?
Offended? Nigga, I was trying to get out there.
Exactly.
I was at work. I'm the top flight security.
My thing is that you can't tell me how to protest. So at the end of the day, you guys are looting, you guys are doing this peaceful protest. No, because when y'all was killing the nigga for 8 minutes or 7 minutes and 59 seconds, you was not doing it peacefully.
She's angry.
So my thing is that don't tell me how to fucking protest.
She's angry.
Don't tell me how to
So you agree with the looting and the violence?
TIMA, she's angry.
I'm angry.
I don't necessarily agree. I don't agree with the looting and the violence. However,
This
I said
nigga not
because
black.
that didn't solve anything.
And we were fucking up our own community.
Right, that didn't fix anything. So, but however, like she said, like, you know, like when you ask us to be quiet for so long and you ask us to sit there and like I said, I've never protested in my life.
You ain't know what
because
you missing, nigga.
I don't have that peaceful in me. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Because she said, like, yo, even when we peace and silence, like, yo, we're arrested, we're maced, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we treated like animals. Now you have another individual where he can go out and shoot people at a protest, and he gets what? Maybe probation. Now, if I protest peacefully, I'm getting locked up.
Right.
I'm not thinking about probation. I'm just thinking about the next step. Like, nah, they're going to crucify me for something that happened in 2012. This dude is literally carrying a gun, you know what I'm saying, throughout the streets and shooting random people, and it's nothing happens behind that. So, like I said, that's what touched me. That's what brings me back to the rights. It's like, all right, we have rights, but what rights do we really have? Because it's like, if we do this peacefully with no gun, no nothing,
right,
we still fuck,
right.
But you got this, another individual that's walking the streets with a loaded gun, and he's shooting random people, and nothing happens to him when he's arrested. Like, he's not shot down.
Oh, I seen that
sense.
clip. He had the shotgun, right?
Yeah, this shit's not making no sense to me. So you know what? Like, that's why I said I don't really mess with politics because you know, I fall back.
You could cuss. Say fuck.
Yeah, because I don't get it. I don't understand it. So it's like before I try to understand it and it makes me frustrated, I just leave it alone.
Hey, let me piggyback off that. TIMA Meek. I have a big shout out to TIMA Meek. Y'all look actually light-skinned more on social media. Y'all, you bitches is glowing. Y'all glowing. No, you bitches is glowing right now. Y'all glowing. But listen, no, real talk. No, you're glowing. You're glowing. You're fucking glowing. Your baby hair is all to the front. You very cute. Look, she got her baby hair all pushed to the front. Look at her, vet. Look.
Oh God.
Listen, boy. I got a question. No, I got a question. It's been grinding my gears for a long time.
Okay.
Real talk.
Go ahead.
All right. Why? I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
Why do you think I'm gonna talk to Yvette because Yvette got all the fucking answers. Hold on, let me put my fucking head back. I'm coming for you. I'm
ready.
Listen, why do you think we were? I'm taking over your shit.
No. Go ahead. You asking a question.
Why do you think we were selected or picked as slaves? I want you to answer that question because we have Puerto Ricans, no disrespect.
Okay.
We have Dominicans, which is my mom. Big shout out to Ma, rest in peace, love you. Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, we got the Asians, the whoever, all the other ethnicities.
Ethnicity.
That what she said.
Ethnicity.
And
right?
why do you think we were picked to be the slaves? I don't understand. I never understood. I got kicked out of class so much. I want to know. I need to know. Tell me.
You got a full pack.
Wait, let me get. Wait, 1 second. Let me
Make
get
some people mad.
Wait, Vet. Let me get a swig.
Wait, Vet.
Hit
You
me.
gotta listen deep. This
That's
is
what
deep
my
right
friends
here.
Hit me. Hey, Doogie, she about to go in. I need this.
I'm gonna make some people mad.
Fuck them people.
We were cheap.
Wait. Fuck them people. We on Unjustly Justified. Follow us all on Unjustly Justified. Right? I'm Mr. Talk That Talk. That's Doogie. That's JC right here. We all in the building. That's Mo.
So if you look at the inception of slavery, we were cheap chattel, and unfortunately, we were sold into slavery by our own. What happened was when the Dutch and the English went to the African island, they met with the chief that was warring with other tribes.
Right.
So his way of doing away with them is whatever they gave him, he gave the people that were his enemies until there were no more enemies, and then they were just him. So once we came over, we were cheap. They didn't have to pay anything. We had no rights. Most of us didn't even speak English when our ancestors arrived there. So a lot of African Americans don't like to have that discussion. Now, does that excuse the fact that they treated us less than human? No. But where slavery started was something that we as Black people still struggle with. We have no unity. So they divide,
conquer and divide.
And
That's right.
When they got here,
that's a fact.
who were the slave masters? You know, who corralled us? Who monitored us? Are the Blacks, because they were treated maybe with another
little
pig,
more,
or
right.
they got to sleep with a roof on their head.
Some eggs.
We are our own worst enemies because we divide
That's
and
right.
conquer.
That's right.
And as to why no other nationality, there were indigenous, there were other slaves. The Irish were brought here and treated like slaves. The Chinese, the Indians.
Vet, was we treated the worst?
We were treated the worst.
We were treated.
So why would
The Jews too.
if we
What
was,
about the
hey,
Jews?
if we were treated the worst?
The Jews too.
Of the two,
The Jews-
there was a tie.
The Jews
them
and the
niggas
blacks.
them
Why
Jew
I
niggas
don't
out
Jews
there.
understand
and the
why
blacks.
we of all people don't get along, because we are the two races of people that understand.
Right.
What
It's like.
happened.
What if?
They
Yeah.
died in death chambers. We died on the way over.
One second, let me plug the show. Hey, listen, listeners and followers, if y'all following us, call us up at 347-708-0216. If you have any questions for me, Mr. Talk That Talk, Meek, and Miss Vet, because she got all the fucking answers, call us up at, and Doogie, we got to talk to Doogie.
Yo, his energy, we got
347-708-0216.
his energy is unmatched.
Call
I
us
can't
up.
even hold you.
If you
His
got
energy-
fucking questions, I'm taking over this shit. I'm taking over this
No,
shit.
you ain't.
My
Look,
bad.
security.
I'm on parole. I'm on parole. 3 different states: New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut.
my
Stop.
All right. Let's bring it back.
Go.
Okay, so moving right along. Let's talk about the COVID right now.
Oh shit, you got it.
Let's talk about the COVID. Let's talk about the COVID. Yeah. So you look, you right here. Look.
You got it too now.
What's
baby.
everybody's take on it? Because I know in speaking to so many different people, it was a conspiracy. It's not real. It's not real, or whatever the case. What's up with the COVID? What's up? Get my shit back here.
I'm gonna drink out the bottle.
You got this shit anyway, goddammit. Time knocks on my shit.
If you ain't got it, you got it now, baby.
Right. So what's everybody's take on it? Like what do you feel about
They
it?
say that.
Let me go ahead.
They say if you they say it's like it attacks your immune system. So if you are already sick, then it kills you faster. But I had it. Past tense.
You had it,
Nigga, I had
all that shit you talking
Don't
up
do
here.
that.
You
Don't do
had
that.
it.
Let me get my mask. This is where we
Listen.
talk about.
Fuck y'all. Listen.
He made it. He made it.
Nigga, I made it. COVID. Nigga, I
Salute.
Duque.
I love that.
Don't drink after me, though, nigga.
Exactly.
Don't drink after. No, listen.
You merged.
I had it by accident. And I'll tell you what I mean. Listen, don't fucking judge me.
I got you.
All right, go ahead. Come on.
I had it because I went to the doctor. I have asthma bad. So I went to the doctor to get a refill on the inhaler. And she asked me, hey, how you feeling? Are you breathing fine? No, bitch, I got asthma. I'm breathing fucked up. So she tested me. She gave me a test and she stuck. It's just uncomfortable. If you all had it, it's just uncomfortable.
I definitely had a couple of times.
She put it in my nose and then I had the shit a couple of days later. But I think people are saying it's fake. people are saying is real. I think it's
Wait
real.
a minute. Time out. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta jump only because we trying to in these later episodes. We trying to pay attention to social media too. So just to go back when y'all was talking about the slavery, Gary D, who is our other fat guy, he's up there with you, Yvette. He said it was African Black kings and queens that sold our own people into slavery.
That's no unity. He checked you. He checked your ass. He checked your ass. He checked your ass. Big shout to Gary.
She said there's no unity. We sell our own people.
Yes.
It was a black king that sold his warring tribe. He was warring with another tribe.
Very good.
The way
Very
to
good.
get rid of them was that he sold them, but he did not think
You
that
said
after they ran out of all of them, who they was coming for.
Yeah,
Right.
So let him ride.
Right. So that
They let
conquer
him
and divide
ride.
started way the fuck back when.
Now
started.
it's your turn.
You got that. You did that. You did that.
I'm sorry,
You did
guys.
that.
So back
You
to
did
I'm
that.
back to you, Yvette, on the COVID. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point
Go
it
ahead
out.
with the
Go
COVID.
ahead.
Go with the
I
COVID.
don't think that it's a conspiracy. I believe that it was a virus that did come from another country.
From where? You think it came from China?
I think it started out in China, but I don't think how it got to the United States wasn't through China. I think that he stopped it from people from coming in limitedly from China, but he did not stop any of the other borders. Trump. So he didn't shut down the borders from the European countries,
and they shut us
and
down.
that's where it came from because he did not completely close the border. That's a lie. He was very selective on that too. So I think in that because he didn't, as we now found out, that he knew since January. And he didn't get ahead of it, and then it got out of control.
Yeah.
Now I'm very
So did you guys put some respect on COVID's name? Y'all was wearing the
No,
mask when
I
they told you to wear the
Yo.
mask and shit?
Hey, listen, that
we
Bobby.
were deemed
Listen.
essential workers, and I
Oh,
had
you
to
were,
wear my
huh?
mask.
Hey,
every
Doogie.
day.
Hey, Doogie.
Time out.
And I
Doogie
still
wasn't
wear
wearing
my
his
mask.
mask.
Doogie, you got to put your mask on.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I put a mask on because that was rules and regulations. Only because I don't want to pay a fine. Like I said, I'm not trying to get the city no more money. But me, I'm the type of person where, like I said, I like to travel a lot.
Right.
So
I know. Check his Instagram, y'all. Check his Instagram. They go all over the place. He's all over the place.
yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But however, like I said, like after a while, like they knew about it. And my thing was, if this dude as so-called our president, if he's leading us supposed to be in the right way, if he know about this shit, he don't got a mask on.
Facts.
And none of his people behind him had a mask on. And
Facts.
Well,
then
here's
when
the
he
thing
caught,
with him.
I'm so sorry. I don't want to cut you off. But when he caught it, he beat the shit in 2 days.
Facts.
That shit
Yeah,
don't
that's
make no
weird.
sense.
That's weird. That part is weird.
So,
That part
and
is
then,
weird.
like I said,
Bitches take long to beat a yeast infection than he
over.
took long to get rid of the COVID.
He was afforded medicine
Listen.
that's not up to the general public.
No, I feel like no. I don't necessarily think it wasn't affordable to the general public. I feel like that it wasn't like he took it off the market for the general public.
It hasn't even brought out yet.
What are we talking?
You
got a cure? Is a cure?
It's a lot of
No, the vaccine. Are we
There's a
talking about the
lot of-
vaccine?
They used some other methods. There's no vaccine yet because
Right, it's in the
There is a vaccine.
No, not yet. It's
No,
not.
it is.
No, Roy.
It's not a vaccine.
See,
However,
Tima, Mika, there's a vaccine.
no, it's not a vaccine.
Where the vaccine at?
You
Where
all
the
you gotta
vaccine,
do is
Roy?
eat ass. Once you eat ass, you gotta. It's coming. The vaccine is eat some ass. Eat ass. You gotta spread the ass.
Security.
Listen.
Security.
It's
Security.
ass.
time out.
Hello.
Escort this guy out.
Hello.
That's all you gotta do.
There's not a
He was dead
vaccine.
serious. Go ahead. You
Yeah,
gotta eat that.
but this is another thing that we don't do. Black people don't do. Shit don't stink until it's on the top of their lip. Everybody's
Ain't no. I eat ass.
Let her
Ain't no-
talk. Let her talk.
They
Let her
want
talk.
this back. That's why I was so proud that we had the governor when he said sit down.
You said
You
out.
sat the fuck down.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I would
did.
say black people.
Yeah.
We was there with.
We
We
did.
had a lot of conspiracy. My brother Dwayne is one of them.
Yeah, we had a lot of people
but
who
at
weren't
the
buying
end of
it.
the
Who
day,
weren't, you know.
We cannot buy it, but until we get rid of it,
Right.
just put your damn mask on.
Yeah.
But I feel
And if
like
he's
yeah.
not doing it because economically, to answer your question, he doesn't want to give signal to the stock exchange or the stock market that there's a reason to fail.
Yeah.
I
Be
don't-
fearful.
I
So
don't-
that's why he doesn't do it.
I don't necessarily feel like the stock exchange has anything to do with it.
For,
However, if
for
you
Trump,
if
it
you-
did.
if you look into it or you know what I'm saying, like my personal opinion has always been this is a their agenda. This is something they're gonna push.
Right.
However, you know, if you look at it and you say, okay, yo, you know what? If you a lot of people have died. And
I lost a lot of friends.
and I'm my condolences, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I lost a few friends too. I knew a
My
few.
condolences to
Yeah.
everyone who has lost someone due to this.
And family.
These amount of months that we have been in 2020 has been a lot of pain, and my condolences truly. However, I still feel like that like when you talk about it from their standpoint, it's like more so like, all right, you know what? They're diagnosing a lot of people with COVID that never had it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, yo, you know what? These COVID patients, these doctors are coming out and saying, you know what? I'm being forced to write COVID on my documentation.
Because I think they were getting money too for all the
Exactly.
people that were diagnosed or dying from the COVID or so to speak.
So
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Like the rumor has it, I don't know how true this is because I'm not getting no checks. So they're getting 40,000 to all of these individuals who are hooked up to ventilators.
Yeah.
Who have the COVID.
I heard
so it's
something
like,
like
all right,
that.
cool. So it's like, all right, you're telling us 400,000 people have been affected. If 400,000 people, everybody got asthma. Everybody black has some type of disease, some type of
underlining.
It's either diabetes,
diabetes, asthma. They can't read, all type of shit.
Yeah, we just you know what I'm saying. So it's like, all right, if our bodies are trained to fight these diseases all these years, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, we've had pandemics before. This is not new.
I don't know how old you are. I don't know how old.
1918.
Wait. Miss Yvette is showing her age. I never had a pandemic in my life. I don't know how the fuck old you are. I never had a pandemic in my life.
You didn't go to history class.
I didn't go. I got kicked out. I don't know what she's talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I got a GED.
We had Ebola.
I remember Ebola.
The Spanish flu.
He lived on my floor.
That was in 1918.
We also had H1N1, and that was in 2012.
Well,
so I don't know how old you are.
What's H? I remember.
But,
You shooting? I fucked you up. You shooting?
But we had SARS.
We always
You can make it put out. Boy, you can make it put out.
When that happened, but we've always had it. This one is just a strain. Each strain is worse. I just think that had he come out in January, because truthfully told, the prior administrator told him that they had been hearing that there was a pandemic coming.
How do you hear about that though?
Because there was a commission formed by the prior president that's all they did was study pandemics worldwide. And when the first signs of COVID came, he sent a team to China, and then the transition happened, and then Trump disbanded the team that he had put in place. Trump knew in January of COVID, the tapes released that said he didn't want to panic us. It wasn't that he didn't want to panic us. He didn't want to panic the stock market. And here's where that's important. As long as the businesses, if there's a pandemic and businesses are closing and no one can work, the stock market goes down. So he didn't want to rattle them, because then his rich friends and him couldn't make the money that they did. Then he gave them time to buy into these new vaccines so that they can still make money. So that's why he didn't do it. And that's why he keeps pushing, go back to work, go back to school, put the kids back to school. He doesn't care.
It's very safe to say that COVID-19 was killing folks.
I watched complications of it. I think complications from it. I don't think COVID exactly. I think complications from it.
Well, I'm sorry. That's not my opinion, because I've seen my child's father go through it, and he's healthy. He almost died from that shit, and he had no complications. He had no underlying.
A lot of people was healthy. I know that.
He was seeing the devil at night when he went to sleep. And you know what he told me? That he was giving me bank account information.
He told you don't.
Never giving me bank account.
That nigga was drunk. You slipped to something in his Mickey. That nigga was drunk.
That wasn't the COVID. That was the patrol.
You slipped that in his ring.
Anytime my baby father doesn't go to work, one of them, the first one, doesn't go to work, there's a problem. There's a problem.
She said the first one. The first one.
Wait, wait. She got two baby daddies?
The first one. She got two.
Yo, we not gonna.
So they said she can't even vote anyway, right? Wait, time out.
That's a different show.
She can't vote anyway, right? She gonna get it fucked up. She gonna get the wrong man.
No, first of all, off topic.
TIMA.
My cousin gets a pass because she waited 14 years.
Yes, thank you. Oh yeah, we
Hey, don't judge me here.
Nigga, I get a pass too then.
Pay for her own baby shower.
Hey, TIMA. You ain't have cable.
Right.
A lot of fucking going on in your house. You ain't have cable.
So listen, all right, guys, we got to get into something because we about to wrap it up. We actually are going over time tonight, but it's all right. 15 minutes. We're gonna go over a little bit longer, and we're gonna wrap it up. But this particular subject right here that we're gonna talk about, she and I have been going through this for a little while now. Like, we are both heavy football fans.
Oh shit.
Okay, we heavy football fans. Right?
OJ did it.
So let's talk about the NFL. We know that Colin Kaepernick started the movement, and all that situation there. They basically let him go behind this, or colluded to keep him out of the NFL, whatever have you. Okay, so just to break everything down. Well, first let me ask the question. I watch. She no longer supports the NFL. I support.
Right. I don't even.
Where do we stand? So you don't support, but you're not a football fan. So let's switch it to NBA because I asked you this question purposely because I know that if you're not an NFL,
we're not gonna bring this shit.
Football, you're not gonna feel it.
We're not gonna bring this on live air. Whatever we talk about on the phone, that's between me and you. Don't bring that shit on the air.
NFL. Listen, it's relevant.
I like the NBA, but I do. You asked me. You were screening me, nigga. You screened me.
I said NFL. You don't. You said I do watch football.
Yeah.
And then I said okay, and then you said no, not really. Basketball.
I've been boycotting the NFL ever since the Colin Kaepernick.
So let's say it was LeBron.
LeBron what?
Let's put all the facts from NFL Colin Kaepernick where we stand with the
LeBron
NFL.
Was Colin Kaepernick.
Right. And the NBA did this to him and they everything that took place because
I would definitely
whoever. I'm just saying he's NFL. Are y'all getting me? Okay, we don't have enough time to not get this.
I would do the same thing. I would boycott. I would definitely boycott.
You would still boycott. Okay, fair enough. Now I got the answer from you.
Right.
How you feel, Yvette?
Short answer, Yvette, because you know you go long-winded.
No, I didn't boycott, and that's giving facts. I know you don't have a lot.
I don't have a lot of
Get him back. Get him back, Yvette. Go ahead.
You better watch it. Your hair look real.
I did support Colin Kaepernick. Shatima and I have this debate also. To me, he kind of muddied the waters. One, when he took the settlement.
That's right.
It was true in his
conviction.
This is true.
He shouldn't have took it. And two, when he then wanted to try out for it again, you kind of lose the message. If that's what you stood on, you should have stayed on that.
Right.
That's
so
right.
For that reason, it kind of muddied me.
That's right.
If he cared so much, he would have turned. I don't care what he did.
So fuck the money. Fuck the money.
He should have exactly fuck the money and stay on your principle.
Right.
You were not broke.
He was almost broke.
And he could have waited it out. And then even after that, he still was willing and open to coming back to the
NFL.
Exactly. So we got to stop watching. I got to stop watching the motherfucking Giants.
Big shout to your son. Big shout to your son, though.
That's right.
Big shout to your son, though. Big shout to your son.
He's in the building.
Yeah, he's in the building. I seen your last one.
And then even to take it a step further, I feel like the NFL, at least, whether it was genuine or not, they made an effort.
After the fact.
And they realized regardless,
we all make mistakes. So regardless, they made an effort.
SpongeBob voice.
They made an effort to let me finish. They made an effort. They made an effort to make an agreement with Jay-Z and Rock Nation.
Jay is sucker.
Okay, to why he a sucker? They made an agreement for social justice and entertainment. That's them showing that, hey, we are trying to incorporate this. We're not racist. That's not what this was about. Their NFL is a business. Okay. It's a business. So I'm gonna let you come fucking up my business. I'm gonna let you come here. I'm gonna let Doogie answer, and then I'm gonna answer. Go ahead, Doogie.
Go ahead, Doogie. Well, I feel like that. Like you said, I agree with if your big motivation was to preach, racial injustice, it's no type of money that's gonna equal up to what you're trying to prove. So, however, like I love LeBron with all my heart. However,
that's a little too much love. You
feel me?
Pause.
That's a little too much love. I'm saying, like, I love the sport.
We got
so I feel like that. You know what? Like,
these niggas is bugging.
Whatever. In the mix of what the NBA stands for. You know what I'm saying? Me loving the sport within a whole.
Right.
I feel like that. It would have been more of a wake-up call if they would have never.
Wait, Doogie, your cousin just kissed Timo on the mouth. MIKA on the mouth.
No, he didn't.
Oh, I thought it was on the mouth. I'm gonna rewind this on YouTube. I think you kissed on the mouth.
So I just that's my opinion. When they first took a stand on it, when I seen I remember
I love girls who like
Bucks,
girls
because that George Floyd situation happened in Milwaukee, or did it? Oh no, it happened in Minnesota. I'm sorry, but it was something that happened in Milwaukee where the Bucks took a stand and they didn't come out and the other team didn't even know.
Right.
So I felt like that if everyone would have said, you know what, we're not even gonna carry out with the whole NBA playoffs, it would have been more issues and it would have been more people involved in this because they realize that they're losing money. So when you have people that's losing money that's invested in it, it means a lot more to them because it's like, all right, cool. Like I watch the NBA, but I don't have no bread that's
Invested,
Mhm.
right?
You have billionaires.
You just
looking at-
stupid.
But
You
go
just
ahead,
dumb.
let Tima respond to
You
this,
dumb.
but then
You
we got to
buy-
move it right
You
along,
buy all the
guys.
apparel, Doogie.
That's
You
okay.
dumb.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're fine.
I seen your Instagram, Doogie. You buy all the NBA apparel. You stupid,
Nah,
nigga.
I don't. I
Yeah, you
don't. Nah, I don't. Not at all.
Somebody get him.
That shit
He's
is off
out
a
of control.
scammer.
I need a war unit. You got a swipe up? I need a war unit for my crib, man.
Go ahead, go ahead. So the reason why I do not support the NFL, the reason why I don't invest my time, my energy, or my money into the NFL anymore is because of the fact that I have a child that
Right.
thinks that the best thing
It's
to
football.
do is to go to the NFL.
That's even
Now,
more reason
wait,
why I'm
wait, hold on,
supporting them.
Hold on, wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
both of your sons play
Both
football,
our
right?
sons play football. So he thinks that so my thing is that if you're going to get into the NFL and you're going to disrespect my son as a black man
That's a fact.
because he's standing up for his rights, I'm not supporting anything that comes with that.
But what if he makes it to
hold
the
on,
NFL
hold
one day?
on. Wait,
She gonna
wait,
suck
wait,
all that
wait,
shit up. She
wait.
gonna suck all that shit. Hey, he played with the
wanna
Giants.
talk about
My
my
son played with the
friends.
Giants.
Yes.
He played with the Giants.
We gotta wrap it up. I'm sorry, I didn't even mean to start that. I didn't even mean to start that.
The thing is that I don't want my son to ever think that he doesn't have, like, he can't stand up for what he believes in. Colin Kaepernick stood up for all of us, and what he
Then he
invested
folded,
his
though.
money. No, what he invested his money in
Strippers.
was to make.
Guys, finish your statement.
Yo, this
What
guy,
he invested-
this guy is
Everybody
unbelievable.
Ignore Roy. Ignore
what he
Roy.
invested his money in was to bring more awareness to what was going on around the world.
Right,
So he
right.
didn't take the money and just spend it and buy bitches and hoes and shit like that and go out to the casino.
Wow.
But
What
Shatima, he
did-
could have done that with his
Wait, I'm
own
not
money.
finished.
She's
Y'all
not
said y'all
done.
piece, let me
Sorry,
say
I
mine.
just had to
So what
Not
he
done.
did was he invested his money in something else. He invested his money in bringing awareness to what. Yes, he still wants to play football. That was his job.
That's his love.
That's his dream
And
job.
it-
That's
it's
his
his
love.
love.
So yes, he's gonna want to.
You gotta have one passion.
No, you don't gotta have one. You
No,
gotta have
No, I don't
many.
mean
You
that.
got several. You got
He
several.
got 5 bitches. He got 5 bitches. He got.
What he wanted to do. The reason
I'm
why he
saying
still
one
wanted to.
passion within that same discussion,
But
that
what
same
he
battle.
wanted to
Like,
do, he wanted to
you
bring
can't wanna
awareness. He wanted to bring awareness with what was going on within inside the NFL. The way they treated him and they blacked him out from everything. They blackballed him from everything.
Listen,
from
Tima,
from getting another job.
Tima,
They
Tima.
blackballed him.
No, listen.
no, listen, I would love to go into this
I got-
more,
let
but
me-
we can't. We
let me ask you
short
one
on time.
Listen, one question. If you niggas want to holler at us, call us at 347-708-0216. We here, y'all. We are here all night. I'm here all night. I ain't got no work in the morning.
So
Let's wrap it up.
it's time for unjustly justified time, right?
Yeah,
What
we
does
could
that
go
mean?
on and on and on, obviously, with this bunch.
But this brings back to
Especially Yvette.
my earlier thought. Well, the question that we just had. The question that we just had, and she said that it was muddied the water, right? So Breonna Taylor, in the situation of Breonna Taylor,
She was cute.
do you think that
She was
her family was unjustly or justified for taking the money?
Yeah.
The $12 million.
How much?
12 million.
12 billion.
12 million.
Million.
Wait a second.
Million.
Let me take this.
$12 million. I'm not saying that they're not still protesting. I'm not saying that they're not still doing anything. But
Should they have
do
held
you-
out? She's
should
saying.
they have held out before taking that money?
Let's make it a yes or no. Give it two liners.
seconds.
Why?
We
Yeah.
out-
Let's
we out
move
here.
it on. Yeah.
I got to doodle. Anyway.
Come on, Yvette. You go first.
I got to doodle. Hurry
I
up.
can't with him. I think they were justified.
Okay.
2 cases, separate issues. I
Okay.
think that they had a right to be compensated for the loss of their child.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
can't
I
put a
think-
price on what.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there. Wait, give me one
Mhm.
second.
Okay, I didn't talk on your time.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you did, but
I did, and I said sorry. I'm
Let me light
talking
up.
to Roy.
Let me
That's
light
not
up.
You know what?
you,
I'm about to cut
it's
everybody
Roy.
off. Okay, go ahead.
But a civil case in this instance versus a criminal case, I like the fact that her mother is not backing down from the fact that she's not going to get justice for her daughter. But when you're fighting those kind of fights and you don't have that kind of money to pay for those lawyers and everything, so I guess they came down on the balance of, I want to keep this fight going, but I need to finance it. So it's a hard. I'm just glad that she's not letting go of the criminal case.
Right.
She's still fighting.
Of
It's not
course.
like she took the money and said, okay, that's it. She's still seeking justice for her daughter. So I'm saying justified.
Dude.
Okay. Go ahead, Roy.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
let me let Doogie go because I respect Doogie. I like.
Nah, I don't feel like that because you know what it is. Like she said, there's no price you can put on it. Like I'm not taking. I feel like this. if you take money, that means like it's quiet money.
Right.
When you accept that much money,
$12 million.
you know, that's a lot. So you know what? Like you really have a like even if you feel like that you may have a voice, you really have to be silent because you got $12 million. Everybody's gonna look at you like, all right, yo, you got this money, be quiet.
Money.
You know?
I feel like it was unjustly. You said unjustly justified. What's one you said?
Was it unjustly or justified?
Like Miss Vet said and Boogie said. I'm calling Vet. I like Vet. I'm gonna go with. It's no money. If someone killed my son, one of my sons, I have two sons and they're black. They look like me. Okay, they're not light skinned. So if I had one of them, God forbid, killed one of my sons, I would not take no type of compensation for that. There's no price on life.
Right.
Especially especially your children. I'd rather cash these food stamps in every day and work every day and have peace than to have, spending this money that my son got killed for. I'm not going with that one.
That's a fact.
Not with it.
Okay. Did Doogie answer already? And what you think?
I think that it muddies the waters, just as y'all just said with Colin Kaepernick, that it muddies the waters because he took the money. So it didn't reflect on what he was actually trying to do.
Right.
I feel like they're not stopping by far. They are not stopping. But my opinion is that I'm not taking them. You cannot put a price on my child's head. Y'all killed that girl.
Yeah.
And for no reason at all. And now y'all out trying to sue. Y'all didn't even give the
she wasn't armed.
Yeah.
Nothing.
She was asleep.
She was in her house. She was half woke. Right.
Yeah. I think they were unjustly. I would have probably held out a little longer and just, kind of say, I probably would have still been grieving. I couldn't even think about money.
And then now, I'm sorry, now.
Hey, TIMA, he excuse me, Doogie. He shot back, right? The boyfriend shot the cops? Okay.
But now
you hear him.
Now you hear, I don't, like I said, whatever you see on our Instagram, 9 times out of 10, 75% of it is fake. 25% of it.
I gotta watch your page again, nigga, because you all over the place. You all over the place.
Thank you, baby. So it's like when you see incidents now, it's like, all right, you know what? Now you hear about the cop that was involved in that. He's suing.
Yeah.
He's suing. Like, I don't know how true that is.
Who he's suing?
He's suing
her boyfriend for shooting back at her.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here. You kidding me?
So it's like, if these things are literally, like, if these things are true,
that's crazy.
With everything that's going on, it's like, you have the audacity, like, yo, bro, like, you really feel like this shit, that you have a case?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you...
Well, that's the United States. We can sue for anything.
Yeah, that's a damn fact.
We have to wrap.
I can't wait to sue a nigga.
Wrap up signal.
Yeah. Well, listen. Let me just say. No. I wanted to say one more thing.
That's fucked up. I'm gonna bust a freestyle. Yo. Hey, you got me? Hey, Doogie.
No,
I say yo.
Hold on. Give me one more minute. I wanted to, here at Unjustly Justified, we support Black business. We support small business. Right. So Black business meaning Black and brown business. So just wanted to shout out to My Heavenly Harvest. It's a mother-daughter small business. They use handcrafted systems to promote health and wellness of the mind, body, and soul. They sell bath salts, body scrubs, and candles with all natural products. So to learn more about them and their products, you can visit their IG page at My Heavenly Harvest. All right, so check them out, guys. Thank you. We're sorry we ran over.
Oh, we ran over?
Thank you, Al. Take us out, Al.
Take us out, Al. To dinner, nigga.
Unjustly Justified. We want you to